I have a secret for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You want to know what it is?
This is an interesting way to start a show, but okay, what's the secret?
I would rather be riding Jungle Cruise tomorrow morning than what I have to do tomorrow.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, where are we going with this? Excuse the voice, by the way. My throat is very not well today. So excuse my voice in this episode. It may annoy you a little bit.
I think it sounds lovely.
Ooh, thank you. So what Danny is referencing is she is going to basically be the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. She's going to be toothless at some point. Tomorrow morning, she is going to get all of her wisdom taken from her for good.
So, kids, in case you were wondering, root canals don't last forever, which I didn't know until I ate a Cheez-It.
Of all things to bust your tooth on is a Cheez-It.
Like one. I had like one that I was chewing.
Like it wasn't even like a jawbreaker or like a piece of hard candy like a Jolly Rancher that you tried to bite like an idiot. A piece of ice.
Nope.
You know, a freaking Cheez-It.
Like
that's unbelievable.
I was playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and I put a Cheez-It in my mouth and went, I'm so happy today. Nom nom. What was that?
Yeah.
And
well, let's explain real quick. It wasn't your tooth didn't just fall out like your original tooth.
No, I had a root canal, and what I was told was usually they'll last about 5 years. I've had mine for at least 15.
Wow.
And so they were like, oh, you got your money's worth. I was like, well, I didn't know it was going to come out. So that was a fun surprise.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I don't remember. But after I went to one dentist. They were like not very nice. Found another dentist, really liked them.
And what was her name?
Dapper Dental.
Wow, how fitting.
Dapper Dental. So I'm going to be going back and visiting them. They were absolutely wonderful, especially for somebody like me who has a little dental anxiety, especially when I don't know what's going on. But they had to refer me out to an oral surgeon, which we had visited together. And all three of those dentists said, hey, girl, you know those 2 wisdom teeth you've got? They're going to cause some problems down the road.
They're coming out now.
They're pretty far down. So I was only born with 2 wisdom teeth. So
that's why you're not so full of wisdom.
Well, what's going to happen when I have no wisdom teeth?
I don't know.
I mean, if we're going to do those reading the menu episodes, it's going to be so much worse if I lose all my wisdom tomorrow.
Right? Oh my gosh.
But that's going to be happening tomorrow. So if you're listening to this on Tuesday morning, early in the morning, and think of me, I may just be.
Keep going.
I may just be at the dentist having no dreams, just chilling letting them take my teeth.
Simba's getting angry over there.
Yeah, he's not happy with it.
Mom, I want her to keep your teeth.
Well, you know, he had to do it more recently after he had his teeth cleaned.
He had his front teeth taken out.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah, hopefully I don't come out of the of the dentist like him where he was like with his little tongue sticking out like a little chihuahua.
Well, you are going to come out of the dentist feeling a certain way.
Yeah.
And I am going to capitalize on that. I am going to mic you up for the entire drive home, and we're going to chat, and we're going to see what we get. And if it's great stuff, maybe we'll post it.
I definitely, and also, just for the record, when we found out I was going to go under, he said, can I record you? And I was like, sure.
I mean, haven't you seen all those iconic, like, post root canal and post wisdom teeth videos of people just talking utter nonsense?
Yes, I have.
That's what I'm hoping for tomorrow.
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm going to trick your brain, too.
What?
You're gonna have no idea what you're talking about.
Why?
Because it's gonna be fun. I mean, Danny, do you remember seeing the zebra in the backyard earlier today?
We don't have a backyard.
I know. And you're gonna be like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's red, black, and white stripe.
Here's the thing. I don't know how some people come out of like dental surgery like mostly okay, and some come out like, you know, seeing I don't even know, a cat flying on
Yeah.
a pig over a rainbow.
That's what happens.
I don't know why some people like have different reactions, but one thing I will say is I've never gone under, so it's just going to be a surprise for everybody.
It should be fun. Well, if you are tuning in on YouTube, welcome to Disney Magic and Beyond, presented by a couple of park hoppers. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. It really does help our channel grow. And be sure to click that bell icon to be notified anytime that we post a new video.
And if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other podcast platforms, be sure and follow us right now so you never miss an episode. Well, speaking of this episode, although I started out a little silly, saying I'd rather be on Jungle Cruise than doing that.
Yeah.
And we know I don't love Jungle Cruise. Big sigh.
Someday you'll learn. Someday you'll come around.
Well, my whole point is there's so much to look forward to, even when I've lost all my wisdom, and we're gonna we're gonna go over all of that today.
Sounds good.
All right. So speaking of Jungle Cruise, why don't we start with our home park?
Yeah, Walt Disney World. Yeah. So, unfortunately, as of right now, we've had a couple of major dates pass where we thought we were going to get an opening date for Tiana's Bayou Adventure here at Magic Kingdom. There was the Walt Disney Company earnings call a few weeks back, and then the next day, CEO Bob Iger, aka King Bob, was on CNBC doing an interview, and neither of those times did he drop an opening date for Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
King Bob.
We were really hoping for that to come to us, I guess, so we could kind of plan. And we have some friends and family that are our annual pass holders from out of state. They want to try to make sure that they can get their travel accommodations all set up, ready to go for when that date is dropped. Hopefully it's not super last second. But we were hoping we'd at least get a hint of maybe May, Memorial Day weekend, June, somewhere around there.
I don't know why I'm feeling like it's going to be June, but it might be sooner. But I mean, we know nothing right now.
Yeah.
Like, we literally know nothing. The one thing we do know is we did get a peek at the animatronics.
We did.
Oh my goodness.
How cool were those?
I am so excited to see those in person. They are, without a doubt, the most intricate, beautiful, smooth, just made with all the love and care in the world animatronics, and they are bringing this movie and these beloved characters to life in a way that they've never brought these characters to, or like any characters to life.
Yeah.
At least in our American parks.
And for those of you guys watching on YouTube right now, youtube.com/a couple of park hoppers, you can watch this podcast live in Technicolor on YouTube, youtube.com/a couple of park hoppers. You can see we have 4 images of the animatronics up on the screen right now for you. And my personal favorite part about these animatronics is that they're not the Frozen Ever After rear projection, odd colored face animatronics. They are skinned, they are beautiful, they are articulate, they are fantastic. I cannot wait to see these in action.
So you mean any human that we've had in the American parks, any nationality, anything like that, has always been just a screen face. And this is the first time we're ever getting something different.
For the most part. I mean, there's older ones like Peter Pan's Flight that aren't as articulate, but they're still humans. But
I guess that's true.
But Anna and Elsa were always so oddly colored, and same with Kristoff as well in the Frozen Ever After ride. But now it looks legit with the newest technology, just like that the Beauty and the Beast ride that's over in one of the Asian parks. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head. I think it's Tokyo. But
not sure.
It looks incredible. I cannot wait.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you please bring that photo back up, all 4 of those?
All 4 of them, yeah.
I want to point out something that I noticed. And you can't really see it super well, but if you look at in the bottom left photo,
Uh-huh.
and I'm blanking on her name, I'm so sorry.
Mama Odie?
Mama Odie, thank you. Sorry, my nerves must be affected my brain. Mama Odie. If you look to her right, do you see the green and the red
Yes.
dot?
Yes, I do.
Do you see right next to the green and the red dot, there is a plate of beignets?
Oh, that's fun.
And if you look above that sign and the beignets, there is a sign that says, "Not real beignets, do not eat."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
And I saw that and I was like, why is nobody talking about the fact that those beignets that they're made look so real that they were like, hey guys, don't touch the beignets.
Yeah.
They are not for eating. So I thought that was a fun little, like,
For sure.
little detail in the photos that literally they're bringing everything to life in this ride in such a way that they have to warn people, don't eat the fake food or the magical food. We'll put it that way.
Exactly.
But we are very much looking forward to a date for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's TBA, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, to be announced.
Nice.
But as soon as we know something, we will make sure that we let you guys know on all of our platforms.
Well, a couple of updates real quick before we move on to our next subject of the latest news for the theme parks here at Walt Disney World. Part of Tiana's Bayou Adventure was sort of released during this time here, and that was a new poster for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It says Frontierland, Walt Disney World at the bottom there, as you can see on the screen. I thought it was kind of an odd poster, but it's also really beautiful as well. I thought it was kind of weird that I didn't notice it at first. I was like, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is replacing Splash Mountain, obviously, and it's a log flume ride where you're going to have a big splash at the end, but I don't see water anywhere in this poster until I looked really closely, and it was behind her.
I was gonna say, there's that like a tiny like exit?
You can see like the
to
opening
the-
at the top above her head there, and then you can sort of see the waterfall behind her, but it's not very prominent in the poster.
Oh, it's it's behind her pants too.
Right. But I
I
didn't notice it at first.
So here, I do feel like the biggest takeaway from this is not that the water in the splashing, like the water splash mountain kind of a thing. We are focusing on all the characters. We're focusing on Tiana. We're focusing on like the
Tiana's palace architecture and
like the New
and the
Orleans
restaurant and the water tower there next to her.
Yeah, so I think that is done intentionally as to not look like a Splash Mountain poster with like an overlay. That's just what I think.
I mean, that's definitely the reasoning behind it. It just caught my eye that I didn't see any water when I first looked at it. And I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Because from what I remember about like all sorts of Splash Mountain posters, we would always see like a lot of water, and it
Right.
looked like almost like a waterfall.
It had the word splash in the name.
Exactly. So new ride. Who this?
Yeah.
Who dis?
And then another part that was actually added overnight one evening, a couple of nights ago, and the Imagineers actually put a full-on Tiana's Foods food truck in the queue. So this is super cool. So you can actually see some shots of the Tiana's Foods food truck that's in the queue. You can see the front end of the vehicle here with a Imagineering cast member driving, and then the employee-owned Tiana's Foods logo on the back of the food truck. So really cool theming that's going into this queue as you walk around the old switchbacks that were once part of Splash Mountain. It's going to have a really cool truck in there now. So it's going to be neat.
I am psyched because I'm just so excited for this ride. Like the more details that come out, the more excited I am to be able to get on this ride.
Samesies.
And I am okay with waiting as long as it takes for them to get all this done. So yeah, give it to me now. I will be there knocking down the doors. I am going to guess we're getting it the first week of June. That is my wild guess.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I mean zero any kind of offense or anything like that about this at all. It's just happens to be that month. A brand new holiday that we're celebrating people of color. June 19th. That's what I'm hoping for. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think even if it's not that exact day, the month of June.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a great, guess. I think the first week of June, you're thinking like mid to late June.
Yeah. If not Memorial Day weekend, which we're coming up on, I would imagine if it was going to be Memorial Day, we would have announced it already, because that would have been the same timeline as Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, where we got cast previews early April, DVC AP from late April to early May, and then we opened end of May.
So the reason I shook my head is because I don't think they need any more chaos than they do on a holiday.
Yeah.
Because it's been spring break here recently, and it has been everybody was here.
Yeah.
Everybody. And I feel like that's going to be the next major holiday. And because of that, it's going to already be busy.
Yeah.
I don't think that they need another reason
to draw people in.
Yeah. I think as soon as they announce this, so many people are waiting to book their trips for this ride.
For sure.
I would be shocked if they decided to do it on that weekend.
And real quick before we move on, you guys can also watch these animatronic figures in action, and kind of listen to the Imagineers and how they were made and watch some really cool behind the scenes footage. If you go to the Walt Disney Imagineering YouTube page, they have a brand new series up called We Call It Imagineering, and episode 1 was all about the Tiana's Bayou Adventure animatronic. So it's really cool stuff. It's only about 8 to 10 minutes long, somewhere like that. So it's easily digestible. Go watch it. Walt Disney Imagineering YouTube page, not Disney Parks, the Walt Disney Imagineering YouTube page. Go check it out. We Call It Imagineering. Really cool.
Definitely worth the watch. All right. Well, speaking of a peek behind the curtain, there's something that we haven't really had a peek behind the curtain for, and that is going to be Test Track. And the new Test Track.
It's very cool. The current Test Track, as it stands right now, the last day to ride it as is will be June 16th. It will close for a significant amount of time starting June 17th for a major refurbishment. And they kind of showed some concept art at Last Destination D23 that took place in Orlando last summer, where it looks like there's going to be a lot of really cool odes to World of Motion, which is the OG Test Track before it was even Test Track. It was called World of Motion. I don't, but have seen some concept art, and I didn't have it ready for the screen here, but I do remember seeing that concept art, and it looks really neat. And Test Track is getting a major redo, and as far as I'm concerned, it kind of needs it. I don't really enjoy that ride that much, but I'll go on it when I'm with family and friends that want to go on it. It's not something I won't go on, but it'll definitely be more of an appointment type of thing when it's a brand new ride that's being put in there.
Yeah. Do you remember Test Track before they refurbished it to what it is now?
Yes, I do.
I'm like, it's interesting to see the same ride kind of get a new...
Bring back the dummies.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, one thing that always used to scare me as a kid was right before you shoot out onto like the main track outside, is they used to have like a car with the dummies in it, and there's like a wall, like as though you were doing the testing, and the car would fly into the wall, and like it looked really kind of like, I don't want to use the word violent, but just very intense.
Sure. Yeah.
It looked like it was not going to be fun. And then what they do is it used to turn out to the wall that let you out, that opened, and it would have that same like circle, like, okay, this is where now you're the dummy and now we're going to hit this wall, and you would speed up, and then right before the you hit the wall, the walls would open. And that was the whole point. It was supposed to kind of like be a jump scare.
Interesting.
So I really liked that, because when you would turn the corner and you'd be like, what's this? This car would come out of nowhere with this dummy, and it, pow, hit the wall. Just like, whoa, what was that? And then you'd see like the wall that the dummy just hit turn uh-oh, the wall's right in front of me. Wait, why are we speeding up? Oh no. Psh, and then you're outside and you're going
that's
super
pretty cool.
fast.
I do remember that.
And I hope that they have something similar to that, because no matter how many times I went on that, it always gave me that like little like, uh-oh.
Yeah. You know you're not going to hit the wall, but you think you're
Right.
going to hit the wall.
Right.
It's one of those things. And so they actually released some new concept art for the new test track, at least the exterior. And you can see what it looks like on the screen here,
So
which is
pretty.
a nice upgrade for what it is right now. Because right now it just kind of looks like scaffolding and a canopy outside, where this definitely looks more kind of futuristic. The lighting is better. The logo is out and it's down on the ground level rather than 20 feet in the air. I think this looks really nice. I think it's a really great kind of change to the aesthetic of that area.
I think it looks cleaner.
It does, for
so
sure.
if you're not able to watch at the moment, but you are listening, everything just looks cleaner. There's less pieces.
Yeah.
Everything just looks just clean and tight, and
Right.
everything is just like very
Blue and shiny.
just the way I like things, blue and shiny. But yes, I'm very excited to see whatever they're going to do, because this ride has been around for a long time, and yeah, I think it's time. We're ready for a new thing.
Absolutely. And speaking of a ride that's been around for a long time, that is Star Tours over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. What a transition there. You like that?
I like that a lot. I love Star Tours.
I always listen for cues when you're talking when we're gonna go to the next topic here. But Star Tours, yes, it's been around since the park opened, 1989. Crazy to think that ride's been around for 35 years. So is
Wow.
Disney's Hollywood Studios, 35 years.
I feel like it was old the first time I went
Yeah.
when I was 10.
Right? But it's gotten some amazing upgrades over the years. And when you go on it now, it really does still feel super realistic. I'm still shocked how realistic Star Tours feels when you're on there. Like the braking and the jump to light speed and everything just feels real.
Yeah.
Even though it's just a screen in front of you and you're in a vehicle that kind of rotates back and forth, up and down. But one thing that they've done really well in recent years is add new scenes for you to experience, which Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, take notes. I would love to see something new added to Smuggler's Run at some point. It's probably a little bit more complex than just the video for Star Tours, but the Star Tours ride is now adding scenes from all three of these Disney Plus shows, and that is Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and Andor. So 3 brand new scenes inspired by the Disney Plus shows, in addition to a couple of years ago when they had the scenes from The Rise of Skywalker that got put in there. And
Right.
it's so random that Star Tours is almost never the same experience every time you ride it, which is great. I love it. So keep adding scenes, keep doing stuff to Star Tours, keep it around for a while. It's still a great ride.
It's one of those rides where as long as you keep adding scenes and keep it interesting, people will keep going to ride it. And it's a great people eater because there's so many spaces in there. Also, most of the actual queue is indoors.
It is. Yeah.
So for a fandom that is as passionate as the Star Wars fandom is, this is something super exciting. And I'm super excited just because I want to see Grogu. Like, I hope I get Grogu
That would be awesome.
like, give me baby Grogu. I will go on the ride over and over again to try to see the little Grogu, the little baby Yoda. So I think that it's a ride that is timeless. Keep it around for as long as you can.
Very, very exciting times. So over in EPCOT, we're going to jump back over there from Hollywood Studios. And
Jump
there's
to
some-
Lightspeed?
Yeah. There's some exciting news coming for annual pass holders for Walt Disney World. The pass holder days are coming up, or the VI pass holder days are coming up May 1st through June 18th. And we will also have a brand new Passholder Lounge located at the Restaurant Marrakesh in the Morocco Pavilion in Epcot. So a place to kind of chill out and hang out. If you're an annual pass holder, that's a really cool perk to be able to do something like that. And it's going to be available for about a month and a half starting May 1st.
And as of right now we went ahead and made our reservation, so on May 1st we can go check it out,
Mhm.
and we will definitely be reporting back.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff, especially around May is when we start to get those like really smoking hot days,
Yeah.
like
Seriously.
steamy, like the days that you're walking and you're like,
Sauna days.
why am I so thirsty? Oh, because it's hot and humid now. So a Passholder Lounge is going to be the perfect perk
Mhm.
to be able to better enjoy your Disney day.
Yes, and speaking of Epcot, a new addition, entertainment-wise, has been added to Epcot in the World Celebration Gardens. You know, the area that was behind the construction walls for years and years.
You
and
mean by the
years.
Dreamer statue?
By the Dreamer statue in like the plants area, like where all the lighting stuff is. There's what are you implying?
I'm hearing that we might have a little bit of a nightmare over there.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad.
I like to try to listen to. That was a stretch.
More like a force of nature.
Yes.
Here you go. The Forces of Nature aerobatic show has debuted. Thanks to blogmickey.com for these amazing photos that are up on the screen right now. But the Forces of Nature featuring, yes, like Danny said, the Nightmare.
The Nightmare Queen.
If you've been to Halloween Horror Nights and you have seen the show and you know what we're talking about,
Nightmare Fuel.
Nightmare Fuel and the Nightmare Queen, like basically the star of the show, that's her in the middle in the green outfit. Pretty cool.
She's like really punk Tinkerbell.
Yeah, right.
Like that's from what I can tell from over here.
Exactly.
But she and all of the rest of them are so incredibly talented.
Oh my God, they're amazing.
So while we can't have, you know, the amazing, like all the tricks that they do, they're not tricks, they're all the talent, all the skills, talent on display. You can walk right into Epcot and get right there. It'll just be a little less Halloween-y, we'll put it that way.
and it happens periodically throughout the day. You can see these amazing, talented dancers do their thing in the brand new Forces of Nature show inside the Inspiration Garden inside of World Celebration over by Spaceship Earth. All right. One more thing we wanted to touch on really quick before we move on to Disneyland out in California. You and I got to have a really fun experience.
We did.
At a brand new, or not a brand new, but a reopening of a classic Disney restaurant.
Yes.
At Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. You can't remember. You have to say Resort and Spa. That's what it's called.
I can't even talk.
Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa.
Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa.
That's the official name.
Make me say that tomorrow morning.
Right. And then, so we actually got to go to the grand reopening of 1900 Park Fair, which was a massively popular character restaurant prior to COVID, and it had been shut down for about 4 years at this point.
And you had never been there, correct?
I had never been.
So I know that we had been a couple of times, especially once I talked to my mom. And I remember going when my sister Megan was super young.
Oh, wow.
And I remember her giving like weird looks to all the characters because, like, you know, Mickey, Chip and Dale, Pluto, all of like your, you know, not face characters.
Like classics.
You know, seemed cool. But then when, you know, the face characters were coming up and getting at her level and kind of talking to her, I just remember her giving the side eye a lot. And I remember there was like Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter. But those characters are no longer there. And the characters that you can see is going to be Prince Aladdin, which is actually the only place on property that you can see him.
Yeah, we were corrected because I called him Prince Ali, and we were told that it's Prince Aladdin. And why was he Prince Aladdin? His wishes came true, and he was no longer pretending to be Prince Ali.
Yeah.
He was Aladdin that was a prince. So now he's Prince Aladdin.
Yeah. So we got to meet Prince Aladdin, and if you go, you'll see him, Cinderella. So on the website, they say that Tiana is Princess Tiana. So I feel like I don't normally call her Princess Tiana.
Yeah.
But that's how she is.
But her movie is literally called Princess and the Frog.
Right, but like usually I guess I just haven't heard her referred to as Princess Tiana
Sure,
very
no,
often,
I got you.
even though she is a princess. But she is in her Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Could not get that out. Outfit. And how cool is her new outfit?
I love it. I think it's great. She looks like a wilderness explorer. It's so much fun.
I think she looks so great. She looks like she's on her way to an adventure. And speaking of adventure, you also get to meet Mirabelle. And oh my gosh.
She was awesome.
I have to say, all of these characters were by far just absolutely wonderful in a way that I had not experienced face characters in a very, very long time.
And kind of what Danny's talking about is, and I had the same feeling, is when you meet face characters that are actually speaking to you, they're so amazing and they're so in character that it's kind of difficult to have a conversation with them outside of the villains, because you can be like funny and sarcastic and stuff with the villains, but like Cinderella, Anna, Elsa, the royal type of face character, they're so in character and they're so good at what they do that it's really hard to have a normal conversation with them. Because there was one time I met Anna and Elsa and they kept saying "Your Majesty," and I was so thrown off by that because I am not a king. I am not a king.
I feel like I'd be like, it's actually Danny.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of weird in different instances of having those meet and greets, but this one at 1900 Park Fair, every single one of them was so much fun.
I was a little bit of an emotional
yeah. You want to see how emotional she was? YouTube.com/a couple of park hoppers. YouTube.com/a couple of park hoppers. You get to see Danny weep on video.
Our YouTube page, our platform can't turn into, you want to see Danny cry? Go to youtube.com/.
But that's what sells.
You want to see Danny after her wisdom teeth? Go to youtube.com. But it is happening.
It's happening.
And also, I went into this experience, I will say, like, you're not just watching me get emotional, you're watching me react to the magic that they created.
Totally.
And I do not say that lightly. If you've ever heard me rant about Disney Enchantment, the fireworks show, you know that I'm not going to give flowers if they're not due.
Right.
Neither of us are. That's what we're here for. We're here to tell you the truth. And I will say, and I know we talked about this together and we mentioned it, that this character dining experience is the bar that all other character dining experiences should strive to be at.
Yeah.
And that is saying a lot because there are a lot of great character dining experiences. So there's so much to see. I want you guys to go check it out and what you think.
Please do.
And would you agree that this is it's
definitely my new favorite character experience that's not like Mickey Mouse and gang.
And we did not go in there thinking that.
No.
We just thought we were going to have some yummy Mickey waffles. And
which there were.
The food was incredible.
Yeah.
Everything was just incredible. And I don't want to give too much away on here because I feel like I could talk about it for like an hour.
And if you want to see everything that was on the buffet and you want to see what we liked the most, what we got to try, again, youtube.com/a couple of park hoppers. We have a brand new video up there right now from opening day or reopening day of 1900 Park Fair, our full experience, including getting to hang out with Tim and Jen, the trackers. They are phenomenal people.
Yes, they are phenomenal people, and the whole experience was just absolutely wonderful. And I'm so glad that this is another character dining experience because I don't know. I just love character dining. I can't get enough of it. And this just kind of reignited my love of like getting that like just magical experience. So that is open again. Strawberry soup included, whether you go for breakfast or dinner. All right. So I think we should go ahead and maybe hop across the coast.
Oh, okay. Fly across the entire country.
Yes.
Over to the OG Disneyland out in California.
over to Disneyland.
Yeah. Where on June 18th and June 20th, they will be celebrating Pride Night.
Yay!
Pride Night, June 18th and 20th at Disneyland. Amazing that they hold this event every year. It's just, it's so great for this type of celebration to be happening because we're all about inclusion here. We love everybody and anybody. That's how life should be.
Yes.
But the Pride Night tickets went on sale on April 11th. They are still available as of right now. But again, June 18th and 20th, if you are interested in attending Pride Night at Disneyland.
Also, before we move on from Pride Night, first off, I think it is an amazing event, and I wish we had it here. I hope that someday we do.
Yeah.
However, if you can attend Pride Night, another way that you can support just Disney continuing to have these experiences is if you either go to either Disneyland or Disney World. They did already come out with some of their newest Pride merch. And then I believe that it is already on Shop Disney.
Disney Store. Get it right.
Ay.
Disney Store, Danny.
That's hard to remember.
It is. I always say Shop Disney.
That one hurt my brain when you said that.
It just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. But yes, go to the Disney Store in your mind and then
Online.
Disneystore.com. Online in your mind, jump into the giant pile of stuffed animals and grab yourself some Pride merch because I believe that's already online.
Yeah.
So have that event. And again, I really, really hope it comes over here. But for now, that is something that is available over at Disneyland.
And speaking of something that is available only at Disneyland, which I am very bitter about because we have basically a carbon copy of Galaxy's Edge here in Orlando, is these walk-around BDX droids that are hanging out in Galaxy's Edge in California, Galaxy's Edge West, if you will. These guys are amazing. And I can't show you a video because we don't own any video on this screen here on our YouTube page, youtube.com/a-couple-of-parkhoppers if you're watching live. These guys walk around, they twerk, they do all kinds of fun stuff, but it's everything we want from Galaxy's Edge. You don't want to just walk into this amazingly themed area and not have anything but just regular humans walking around.
Yeah.
You want to see characters. You want to see droids. You want to see the characters you know and love from the Star Wars sagas. You want to see all those people and droids and just weird creatures and just whatever. Galaxy's Edge East. Get it together. Let's get these guys over there too.
I feel so bitter because all I want is to have droids to hang out with.
Yes.
Like, I don't even need you to throw out, like, the human face characters around, like, you know, all around Galaxy's Edge. Just give me droids.
Yeah, I don't need Han Solo. Just give me fun stuff.
I mean...
We're not going to get Harrison Ford, let's be honest.
Fine. Okay, then never mind. But give me droids because... The thing is, when we went to MegaCon Orlando, there were droids all over the place there.
Right.
And I know that they weren't from Disney.
But they might as well have been. They were amazing.
They were so incredible. And I just think that it is so possible. And I mean, it would bring Galaxy's Edge to life so much more. And even just seeing these videos of, you know, these BDX droids brought Galaxy's Edge to life in a way that we don't always get to see unless you've got like a character walking around. So I am all for it. Please bring them here. I need little twerking droids in my backyard. So.
Oh, we didn't have a backyard.
I mean, Disney World, our backyard.
I know.
Not like our actual
That's
backyard.
just a call back to the beginning of the show.
I know. I know you're going to confuse me tomorrow.
Can't wait.
I'm
It's going to be awesome.
We'll see. But let's continue staying at Disneyland and D23. That has sold out.
Amazing. It's the fastest D23's ever sold out, and it's sold out in days, where it usually takes a month and a half, somewhere around there to sell out. People are excited about this event. It's August 9th, 10th, and 11th in Anaheim, California. D23, the ultimate Disney fan event presented by Visa, d23.com for more information. I think with the lack of concrete announcements in the last couple of D23s and destination D23s, I think that we're going to get some grandiose stuff this year at D23. And I think the fact that it's sold out so quickly, I think a lot of people feel the same way. Because also, there, the parks panel that they have every year, where it used to be Bob Chapek, but now Josh D'Amaro gets up there and does his thing and reveals the stuff that's coming next. That is no longer in the convention center. They moved that to the Honda Center, which is where the Ducks play. It's in an arena now.
Quack. Quack.
It's going to be quacktastic.
It will be quacktastic.
It's amazing that they're moving that panel to an arena that holds up to probably 16,000 seats, somewhere around there, and that is also sold out. I can't imagine that they would think about doing that and moving that panel to a much larger venue, selling tickets, and not announce big stuff. Yeah. So I got to think that some really fun announcements are coming and more details on stuff that they've kind of hinted at in the past.
All I want to say is no more blue sky. Yeah. No more blue sky.
No, we want concrete is what we want.
Concrete sky. Concrete
No, you don't want
sky.
That. You don't want that. That's bad news.
So blue sky is kind of, just in case you guys are wondering, a couple quick things. D23 is the ultimate Disney fan event. I can't even think of what you're saying.
Mr. Blue Sky.
I know, but my brain's trying to. It's the ultimate Disney fan event. I want to dance while you were doing that too. So panels directly from Disney where they make huge announcements. Panels for the ultimate Disney fan. Merch, just people dress up in the most amazing cosplay.
Yep.
Like any kind of, think of it like a Disney con, basically.
Oh, yeah.
But like the ultimate Disney con.
The ultimate Disney con.
But it looks amazing. I would love to go someday. But
that's the goal. I would love to go to that.
I just don't know when.
Maybe the next time it's there in 2 years.
But we will definitely be reporting on all of that from home.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe at
D23,
we'll get some more information on a possible Avatar experience coming to Disneyland.
What? Pandora West? That's what I'm going to call everything that's here and there.
That sounds like a parking lot in my head.
We're just going to call it East and West.
Please park in Pandora West.
Yeah, right. So they released some concept art during the earnings call a couple weeks ago here, and you can see it on their screen if you're watching on YouTube. A really impressive kind of looking place that they're dreaming up over there in Disneyland. There are some motions being worked on right now with Disney and the city of Anaheim in California for what's being called the Disneyland Forward project. And so it will allow for massive expansion for Disneyland, which is huge news because Disneyland is very small in comparison to Walt Disney World. Disneyland is tiny. And
that's mean.
It is, though. The fact that you might be able to triple the space for Disneyland with this Disneyland Forward project opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
A whole new world
Nice.
of possibilities at Disneyland.
Nice.
Right?
Not bad.
That was okay. But yeah, Avatar things are coming to Disney.
Amongst others.
Yeah, well, just specifically for this announcement. I think it looks pretty cool.
It does.
I'm, admittedly not the biggest fan of Avatar.
Sure. But you don't
But
have to be.
right. I also have to say that, like, I went with our friend Nicole yesterday.
Shout out to Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. And she got to ride Flight of Passage for the first time.
For the first time?
Yeah, ever. And I instead of forever, just ever. And it was really cool getting to go on there and just remember how incredible the actual world of Pandora is.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see that as much as I would love to see other things. The technology that we have right now could allow for a much more immersive experience.
Sure.
In the land of Pandora.
And the current Pandora here at Walt Disney World, or Pandora East, as we so gracefully called it,
Yes.
that opened in 2017. So that technology is amazing, but it's already 7 years old.
I have a question for you.
I got an answer, hopefully.
I don't know if you're actually going to have an answer, but probably
Oh,
an
boy.
opinion.
Okay.
Do you think that there would ever be a possibility of an Avatar meet and greet?
Yes. I do. I think the Project EXO, do you remember hearing about that?
Yes.
I think that will be how they do it.
Really?
So,
But they're so
well, if you remember
they're
from
so tall and skinny.
right, but do you remember them making the walk around Hulk character that they showed at D23 2 years ago?
Yeah, but Hulk is so big.
But they don't have to be gigantic. It's more or less the Project EXO. It allows them to have more articulating arms and fingers and like larger than life characters who don't look like the Wreck-It Ralph from the parade, where it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
They're like they're just their whole torso has to move for their arms to move.
Right.
Whereas EXO is kind of like the almost like a robotic skeleton almost.
Right.
And I think that is how they do something like that.
But do you think that that's something that they would like to, or that people would like to see?
I do. I think it would be really cool to stand next to an actual avatar and take a photo with it, because I believe in the story, I think they're like 10 or 11 feet tall. So it would be really neat to take a photo next to something that's literally twice your size.
I was going to say, that's 2 Dannies. That's
super
more
cool.
than 2 Dannies. That's like if I stood on my head.
Really fun story, really quick. Last night I was watching Luminous at EPCOT, the fireworks show, standing next to NBA star Brooke Lopez, and he is 7 feet tall. And that man seemed gigantic to me. I can't imagine what it would look like if a 10-foot avatar was standing next to me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That sounds wild. But that's one thing that I would like to see. I think that and I wish I'm an animal person. Give me all the animals from Pandora that are running around. They're so cool. Like, I want to see more of that stuff. So if
sure.
we are getting that at Disneyland, give me more of the life
Yeah.
of Avatar.
I agree.
But I think that's pretty exciting because the technology has come so far since then. Pandora's
has.
been open for a while.
7 years.
7 years. Wow. I feel like that's longer. Feels longer.
2017.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 100% sure.
Not like, feels like 20, but whatever.
Well, the old, what was it called that was there before? It was like the Mickey.
Can't Mini Mickey?
Can't Mini Mickey. Thank you. That closed forever ago because they had to clear the land and stuff for Avatar. So that's been gone for probably 10 or 11 years at this point.
Maybe that's why it feels like longer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what progresses with this Disneyland Forward project, if this Avatar thing even happens, or what else comes after that. And Danny and I will eventually get out to Disneyland for the first time to experience everything out there. We're dying to get out there. We're working on it. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
And one more thing out at Disneyland that we wanted to touch on really quick, because I hope that this happens here in Orlando, or let's just get rid of Tomorrowland Speedway altogether and put something else in there.
Excuse you?
But Autopia, which is their kind of Tomorrowland Speedway, is switching from gas to electric cars. And that's a huge deal. I think that's phenomenal that they're doing that. One of the worst parts of walking through East Tomorrowland here at Walt Disney World is going from, say, like the People Mover over by Star Traders all the way down to the teacups, and really all you smell is gas. And it's just, it doesn't feel futuristic. It doesn't feel like Tomorrowland. It feels like you're at a go-kart track. And I think that if they were able to switch it over from gas to electric, if they're going to keep it anyway, which is supremely valuable real estate in Magic Kingdom, they'd need to switch to electric sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I mean, how will you even know where you are, though, if you can't smell the gas?
I will know.
But I feel like
I'll be happy when it's gone.
I feel like when you get close to there, you just like smell the fumes.
But think of the stuff you could put in there. That's such a huge piece of land next to Tron over there. It'd be awesome if they could utilize that for something else.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just think people, it's such a classic ride that people come here and ride it the same way they do the carousel. It's not necessarily the most like
I wouldn't say it's as
thrilling.
iconic as the carousel.
I think there are people who came here a long time ago because it's been open. Was it an opening day ride?
The last time I rode Tomorrowland Speedway, I was driving. I let go of the steering wheel for 1 second and turned directly left. the alignment on the steering wheel for the cart that I was in drove me into that little center thing immediately. So it was just not fun when I was on there last time. And you can't pass anybody like normal go-karts. You're stuck behind whoever you're stuck behind, whether they hit the gas or not. You're stuck behind them. It's just it needs to be changed, refurbished, something at this point.
In Disneyland, it's a I don't know if you heard what I said, but I said, "What is this an opening day ride?" And it is in Disneyland.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So I think that's why they're not going to get rid of it.
Sure.
At least in Disneyland.
Right. Especially if we were to switch to gas. I mean, to electric. I think that's great.
It's electric.
That sounded like do the hustle.
Do the hustle.
Basically the same song.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up for Disneyland
For
news
the Disneys.
right now. And we're going to shift back to the East Coast to Universal Orlando.
Orlando.
I love you.
I love you, Orlando. Okay, let's go to Universal.
Yes.
So, what would we like to talk about first when it comes to Universal?
Well, let's touch on the brand new hotels that are opening at Universal Epic Universe.
Woohoo!
Check these out. How cool are those?
They're like twinsies.
I love that so much. I think the look of the brand new resorts that they have out there with the ever changing colors with the sun bouncing off the panels in the outside, I think that is so cool.
I think they look absolutely beautiful. And one thing about these hotels or resorts is that they stand out more than so many other resorts that you see in Orlando. Actually, a lot of resorts in Orlando, whether it is like on theme park property or off, kind of blend in. Now, granted, you know, our theme park resorts are a little bit different, but these just stand out even more than normal theme park resorts, I feel like.
Yeah, and the names of these, as we mentioned before in our Epic Universe episode, that'll be the Universal Stella Nova Resort and the Universal Terra Luna Resort. And they basically kind of mirror each other.
They sound so spacey.
They do. And they showed some really cool peeks inside some of the spaces for these resorts. So go to universal.com or universalorlando.com to check out your sneak peek inside. And also the Stella Nova and Terra Luna resorts are going to be very reasonably priced. They're going to rival Disney's value resorts.
Wow.
They're going to start at around $140 a night, which is amazing for a
Wow.
brand new hotel right next to a brand new theme park.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Start that price point low. They're going to have the Grand Helios Hotel. You know, that's going to be the expensive one over by Epic. In addition to all the other deluxe resorts they have, like the Hard Rock and the other ones there over by Universal Orlando as it sits today. But the fact that they're actually making more affordable resorts is a tremendous nod to Universal. I think that is great marketing for people in this area and for families who want to spend more time at Universal once that new park opens.
And I have to say, if they are as beautiful on the inside as they look on the outside, and from everything we've seen, staying there is going to be just a real treat visually.
I'll want to do a night there. That would be awesome.
I would love that. Now, speaking of other things we love, the most wonderful time of the year.
Christmas time?
Absolutely not. Halloween.
Oh.
That is the most wonderful time of the year.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Never
go alone.
My favorite thing about this is the rest of the news that we have about Universal is all about Halloween Horror Nights.
HHN. Woo woo.
So first off, select tickets are available for Halloween Horror Nights right now.
Right now.
Now, Halloween Horror Nights for the first time is going to be starting in August.
What?
Now, not mid-August or anything. Calm down. It's okay. It's not going to be too crazy. August 30th through November 3rd.
It makes sense because September 1st is on a Sunday this year, and they always have a big first weekend for HHN. So that means Friday before that falls on August 30th. So that is why they're doing that. The first weekend is always just so much fun at Halloween Horror Nights, starting August 30th this year.
Now, before you pull up the browser and go to get your multi-night tickets, stop. Not available
Collaborate
yet.
and listen.
Stop. Hold your horses.
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone. Right now, there are not multi-night tickets available as of yet. We will be getting multi-night tickets as soon as possible.
Frequent Fear Pass.
We always do that, and it's always worth it, especially with having some extra days. Man, we're going to have to figure out with my new schedule what's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
The more,
I mean, it's not that much of an upgrade to go to the next one. It's like $60.
Right. Well, we don't know yet.
Well, it has been historically.
But if they're giving us more days,
yeah,
we don't know.
I mean, the total price might be more, but the difference between the one that we get every year versus the next one up is generally like $40 to $50, somewhere in there.
Yeah. But some tickets are on sale. Some of the the VIP tours?
The RIP tours.
RIP tours. Thank you. I knew that was they were called something else. Those are already on sale. People are already buying them and trying to look for other people in their groups to join them. This is already like up and running, folks.
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. Shout out to Ilan Borowski. He's an amazing guy. He was telling me that him and a bunch of his friends did an RIP tour last year.
Uh-huh.
And it sounds, for what you get, it sounds pretty worth it. Especially if you're not going to buy like a multi-night pass and you want to just knock everything out. You're guaranteed entry at all 10 houses. Skip the line, like not express. You skip the line. You go all the way to the front, and then there's a VIP reception, pre and post with food and drinks. There's a tour guide that takes you around, and there's just like a bunch of other stuff and some cool swag, and it's basically the same price as getting an express pass, but you purchase the group. And I believe you split the cost between however many people you get. And I think it's up to 10.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he said it was the best time he's ever had at HHN.
I mean, I personally will still always vote for a multi-night pass just because I don't know if I can swing a multi-night pass and an RIP tour.
No. And if I was me back home, I'd consider it.
Yes, 100%.
Because when you're here and you want to knock everything out and see the entertainment and skip the lines around the houses, do all of HHN has to offer in one night, that is a no-brainer. That RIP tour sounds awesome.
Yes.
But for us down here, we'll just knock it out as we go.
Or if you'd like to be paid back in bad dad jokes, I can pay you that way.
Ooh,
If somebody needs extra people on their tour.
okay.
Or kibble. I'll borrow it from Simba.
There you go.
But yeah, I think if you're not living here, it's definitely like a no-brainer. But living here, I definitely want to get as much Halloween Horror Nights as I can. And speaking of as much Halloween Horror Nights, there is some merch available right now. And so that came out more recently. If you are watching on youtube.com/a couple of park hoppers, you're going to see a Halloween Horror Nights t-shirt, Where Horror Lives, both in orange, like orange.
Like something John Cena would wear.
Yes.
With orange wristbands and an orange hat.
Yes. A black t-shirt, a black hat, and a steel tumbler.
Which is really nice.
They're all really nice.
I like that tumbler a lot.
I almost got the tumbler for my post-surgery no straws for you, Danny cup. But when we left, we thought they were going to have it someplace and they didn't.
Yeah.
So we ended up not going back, but that's okay. But we got to see the merch in person. I will say I think it's pretty, or not prettier. It's more attractive looking in person.
Yes, for sure. And this merchandise that was just released, this Where Horror Lives merchandise, is kind of like the See You in the Fog merchandise from last year that was released way in advance of the event before any other merchandise and all that other stuff that comes later. This is kind of like a HHN is coming merchandise.
Yes. It's like a tease.
Yes.
But that is available in the parks.
And on universalorlando.com.
Ooh.
That's where those photos came from.
It is not available on City Walk, though, because that's where we were going to buy it, and they did not have it there.
It is in the 5 and Dime at Universal Orlando, or Universal Studios. And I don't know the name of that other store that's in Islands of Adventure, but it's that little store that's in the Lost Continent area.
It's the spooky store that's across from the henna booth.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and I feel like if you've been to Islands of Adventure, you'll know exactly where that is.
Mm-hmm.
But that is where you can find the Halloween Horror Nights merch. And then hopefully we'll get some additional Halloween Horror Nights news as time goes on, because August is not that far away.
Correctamundo, my dear.
Well, I think that wraps everything up for our news at the moment.
Are you insane? Get out of here. Are we almost done?
We are done.
Wow.
But I'm not going to give anything away.
Oh, we got secrets now.
But I would like to tease that we do have a series that is going to be coming up on YouTube.
What?
Where the hunt may be on.
Go on.
No.
Oh, that's where we're ending.
That's
right there.
it. Or maybe you can go to Hogwarts.
Oh. And maybe visit the Forbidden Forest?
Ooh.
Maybe? I guess the hunt is on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Do you want to give any more details?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Keep waiting, people.
We'll
Stay
have more
tuned.
news soon. Just know that we are working hard behind the scenes on a series coming for you that doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think so.
Well, I am very excited about that. I'm very excited for all of the new news coming out here and for all of the new things that we're going to get to experience. Everything we talked about today is just everything that has come out over the last week or two. And overall, we've got so much to look forward to. And honestly, I'm just ready to get my wisdom yanked from my face so I can go on roller coasters again.
Yeah. Well, if you guys listening out there or watching out there on YouTube would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/a couple of park hoppers and support us for as little as $3 per month. We would greatly appreciate any and all support that you are willing to give us. And if you can't do patreon.com/a couple of park hoppers and support us for a monetary value, you can support us in other ways. You can hit that thumbs up button on this video right now. You can hit that plus sign on this Apple Podcast and Spotify and subscribe to this channel right now. You can subscribe to this channel on YouTube by hitting that subscribe button right below this video right now. And that is free. That is free 99. That is something that you can just do in 0.2 seconds, and it takes care of us, and it helps our channel grow, and it gets our channel out to more people, and that's the least we can ask for.
If you like what you see, leave a comment. Talk to us.
Yeah,
We
please do.
love to talk to you guys. And overall, we love you guys. We got a big year ahead. Our theme parks have a big year ahead. We've got lots of exciting things going on. And I'm just ready for it all.
Are you ready for it?
That's it. That was not what I was expecting.
Anything else before we get out of here?
Nope. I think you guys take care of yourselves. If you are listening on Tuesday morning, please think of me and Bill waiting to pick me up and all of my nonsense that may happen
Think of all the
tomorrow.
amazing content that I'm going to get.
We shall see. But take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. We love you guys. And until next time.
We'll see you around the parks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you.